Just finished up 99.9% of the new prototype coupe, and I just thought, you know what the hell, I'll go live one more time. End the week strong. It's Friday. No VCL again today. One of these days it'll come back. And we haven't had any good lives in a while, so hopefully maybe this will go live because I want to just kind of give you guys a quick sneak peek at the prototype coupe. See what you guys think. I think you guys are going to love it. See if you guys have any questions. So I'll give you guys a second to come in, and I will get it down to a stationary position. Once again, one of the things I was struggling with, the solution ended up being so simple. But there it is. There is the new, we don't know what to call it, to be honest with you. Maybe you guys got some suggestions. I've been calling it the cheap coupe. Playhouse V3 is my third version of the Playhouse Coop. It never has been successful, and my feeling is because it's so short. But my whole goal has always been figure out how to make the best coupe for the best price, to make it so it's extremely affordable. I even hinted a little bit in yesterday's long format video towards the end that we got a new starter coupe, beginner coupe, cheap coupe, futuristic coupe. I don't know. I'm not sure what to call it, but it is right there. So I'd love to show you guys real quick. Let me know if you have any questions. Please ask questions. Help grow the live. We have not had a good live in a long time. I know timing is everything, but I'll give you guys a walk around on this new prototype coupe. Don't hold back. Let me know what you guys think. You're not going to hurt my feelings, I promise you, because we already build the world's best coupe. Here's a beautiful Carolina coupe going to Harlem, New York. You believe it? This coupe is a Carolina coupe, 8x6. Then it's going to be a 40-foot run going all the way to it's a school, I believe, in Harlem, New York. And obviously it's not done. But the thing is, you can get a good shot of all that beautiful ACRE on a Carolina coupe. But anyways, here, you get the idea. You know, that coupe is almost 8 foot tall at the peak. And here it is. So my whole goal, God, I'm shaking. The whole goal has been to get this coupe. I'm trying to keep it under $1,000, but there's no way. There's absolutely no way. And one of the biggest reasons is, and one of the best parts about this coupe is it's all out of ACRE. So I'm going to flip this around. This will be a little bit easier. It is 100% out of ACRE. Obviously not the screen, the metal, but as far as the building materials, the only part that's solid wood, and I'll show you right now, is the inside of the hen house. So again, well, before we pop the hood, what do you guys think so far? It is very modern. It is, you know, a pitched roof. How is it better than other manufactured coupes? Okay, great question. One, the quality of the materials. Once again, okay, I don't care if it's a Carolina coupe, now a cheap coupe. Can I zoom out? No. The materials will never rot. This is all 100% ACRE. So technically speaking, this is a coupe you never have to paint, but you can. You can paint it, stain it. However, you don't have to. So I think that's awesome. Also, putting this together is extremely, extremely easy. We have so many index points that we put rabbet cuts, we pre-drilled everything right on the CNC machine. So we did not have to do any of the framing like in our Carolinas. Like you see here, that's a ton of framing. Then you side it and whatnot. This is all 3/4 ACRE. And it just keeps it very lightweight, very simple, but again, waterproof. It'll last forever, unlike all the other cheap coupes that you see coming in from China. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to do, is just give those cheap coupes that you see at all the brick and mortar stores a run for their money. I have not finalized the price on this, but when you look at the quality of the materials, a coupe that'll never, ever rot. It's extremely light, so you can pick it up and move it if you want. I still recommend keeping it obviously on a flat, level surface, but it'll never rot. Also, we included all the stops here. So we call it anti-draft, if you will. So when the door shuts, there's no drafts. This is the only solid piece of wood, and this is just a quick piece of Doug fir I grabbed. So I know it doesn't look the greatest, but this is a Roost bar. It can be removed very easily just by lifting it up out of the sockets, and then you just pop it out, doing everything one-handed just like that. So super, super easy. I do think you can fit 2 Roost bars in here, but I would never have 8 chickens in here and not let them free range. But this coop is designed at the 1 foot rule, 4 hens. You can get away with 6, but again, the run is so small that could be a problem. So check out, we got 2 nest boxes. Put your nesting material in there. All out of ACRE. Look at the cross ventilation. Look at the other thing we did. I'm not sure if we're going to keep this right now, but we cut in the rib guards. So it fills that gap in right there. And what was also nice about that is it acted as an index point when we're putting the roof on. Everything's screwed together. There's no nails. If you ever have to pull it apart, take it apart for whatever reason, you can actually unscrew everything. We have the same metal roofing that we use on our coops, the same polycarbonate on the windows, and the 1/2-inch hardware cloth. All right, so same thing we use on all of our chicken coops. We do got a gate latch here, so it's lockable. Just drops down. Look how easy that is. Still, we got the drop down door, not a lift up roof, so you can get to the eggs. But obviously right away, you guys see the big difference. And you can see the only way I'm gonna be able to get the price down is reducing labor, and we gotta bring the size down. So the two things that kind of goes without saying by looking at it, it doesn't have compared to, again, our taller coops is we don't have a run that you can walk in, but you do have a run. That is huge. Your chickens, they really don't care how tall the run is. That is more for you. And then the other big bummer, but there's no way around this, just to keep the price down is, you know what? Maybe it's not a true statement. We've allowed 4 inches of bathtub effect, if you will. Definitely not enough to do the deep litter system, but it also doesn't mean I think you'll have to clean this out every week. But you could, I don't know, we got to start experimenting with it and see how long it lasts. Now, if we put 8 chickens in here, you're going to have to clean it out every week or you're going to go nuts. But I can't wait to put about, 2 inches of hemp in here and see how that diaper does with 4 chickens. So if you're just joining us, just showing off the prototype coop I've been working on, technically for 10 years. I drew this up a long time ago, but I didn't have the right material to pull it off. Discovered ACRE, and here we go. Because it will never rot, we don't need pressure treated, we don't have to paint it. But the problem with ACRE is it's very, very expensive. I was playing with the idea of doing some of these out of plywood. It's gonna delaminate. 3/4 plywood does not want to behave. When you put the plywood down on the CNC machines, they pop up, the machine doesn't know it. Next thing you know, you have a machine that crashed. That's a bad phone call. So it is 4 foot tall on the high side, a little bit lower, obviously on the low side, but it will pitch. So it's not horrible. We do got a big, nice door, if you will, considering how small the coop is, to be able to go in here. But yeah, it's not a walk and run. That sucks. But it's definitely tons of room for your chickens as far as height. This is 32 square feet, so even 4 chickens in here full-time, I would not recommend it. This coop is really designed to give you all the nice benefits of having a solid roof run, so you can put your food in here, put your water in here, keep the I would still highly recommend letting the chickens free range. I know people are asking about run extensions. I already have an idea in my head about doing run extensions, so you don't have to let them free range. I do want to show off this little ladder. I mean, this is I got to give Evan credit here. Basically, I just drew it up, gave him the concept. He had to work in all the details. And the little ladders have like little stringers, and there's a little groove that the stringer goes into the ramp. And then you literally screw the cleats through the ramp and into the stringer. And he's got it mitered just perfectly, so it sits right on the floor just like that. So again, there's index points. I didn't have to break out the tape measure, and I was able to assemble, especially once we dial it all in perfectly. You could probably assemble this in 2 hours. I kid you not. Probably even quicker. We got our lockout cable right there. So again, just like our regular chicken coops. So we incorporated a lot of things that we already incorporate in our chicken coops, but to get the price down, it's got to be smaller. Especially with shipping. Shipping is getting so expensive. But it reminds me of people saying, you know what, I don't want to spend a ton of money on, a $5,000, $10,000 chicken coop. I'm not sure if I'm going to get into chickens. This is a good starter coop. I honestly think we're going to be at $19.95 when it's all said and done. The one thing I'm still hesitant on is the metal edging of the roof. I thought about going plastic so that it's safer, but the chickens do not want plastic for a roof because it's going to get really hot. And at the end of the day, I just cannot sacrifice the health and safety for chickens. So we got to go metal. So that's going to keep the price up. Plus, we're probably going to have to add metal edging, some type of custom trim work around the edges so that people don't go running full speed into it and crack their head on it. We are looking into some, they do make a plastic trim. It never stays on. And I don't know, but that's the last part. Oh, I got to show you guys the function of the windows. Wait till you see the windows. Stupid simple, but yet it works. Maybe you guys can see that little barrel bolt right there, get the idea already. These windows are easier to function than our Carolina windows, where we have the dowels on the inside. All we're gonna do, I'm gonna do it one-handed. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. So right now this barrel bolt's keeping the door closed, or the window, okay? Now I'm just gonna slide this over, do this one-handed. Boom, 45-degree window. Do it on both sides. Ready? So easy, you can do it one-handed. Can't do that on the Carolina Coops or the American Coops. Now, well, Matt, I don't want them open so much. How about we close them just a little bit? Not a problem. Ready? Let's see if I can do it one-handed. We just put a hole in the side of the window. I did it one-handed. And now it's at 22.5 degrees. Now, you never want your windows more than 45 degrees because then your chickens are going to roost on it. So a lot of times people ask, why can't you just open up the windows all the way? If you do it flat, your chickens will roost on this. I promise you. I've seen it. So we're going to do the same thing here. Just like that. All right, what do you guys think? Give it to me straight. I can tell you one thing. It's one thing I've learned in 17 years of coop design, building, selling. There is no such thing as a cheap coop. Because a chicken coop's meant to keep your chickens safe. It's meant to keep them healthy. You got to have ventilation. Plus, at the same time, trying to make it easy for you guys. It's hard. It's hard. So you're not going to get any easier than this. You just saw how easy it is to function those windows. But you also don't have to paint this. Painting is a pain in the butt. Paint is very, very expensive. And you can stain it, but you don't have to. So I'm just going to stick this out in the front lawn. I'm going to put probably 4 chickens in there and see what happens. And I have been using ACRE outdoors, testing it. This stuff is amazing. It just doesn't rot. It's like the day it's like new, even after being out damming up a pond culvert, if you will. All right, so let's see what you guys have to say. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Friday. Okay. Oh, yeah, we don't have a name for it yet. And I'm big on names. I think names are so very important. And when you're naming something, it can't just be something cute. It can't just be whatever it is you want. There is a strategy to a name, especially with SEO. But if you guys have suggestions, absolutely let me know. And let me know what you think of it. Is this something? Here's the problem. It doesn't look, when you look at it right away at first, it doesn't look like a $1,900 chicken coop. Trust me, I get it. This ACRE is just so expensive, and I just refuse to sacrifice on quality. But yet, when you start looking at the price of other coops and how bad they are, and I'm going to start doing the math. I'm going to start figuring out what does a cheap Chinese coffin coop cost on average per cubic foot, and see what this costs per cubic foot. And the quality, obviously, is way better. But I'm trying to compete with China, and it's next to impossible. Maybe some recent changes will help with that, but that's a whole nother story. The chicken nugget coop, patio cluck. Oh, and so Ashlyn, hopefully I answered that. How is it better than other manufactured coops? And I'm not saying it's better compared to our manufactured production coops, but to the Chinese coops, all those cheap coops you see where they're lying to you. If there was a coop this big from China, they're going to tell you to put 10 to 12 chickens in there. Absolutely not. That is an outright lie. Love the nugget coop. Seems sturdy. Protecting chickens is what matters most. Yes, so it is very sturdy. Now, here's the thing about ACRE. Let me show you guys what I did on the inside. No, this side. We are screwing in the 1/2-inch hardware cloth with 3/4 furring strips, if you will. And ACRE holds screws very, very well. I'm going to do some videos doing a brake test. We've done them in the past, just never did videos. I'm going to show you guys actually how strong ACRE is when it comes to pulling strength of the screws. Those cheap coupes won't be around much longer, thank God. They will. I know what you mean. I don't think I can touch that subject. I wish I could. I'm just happy. Hopefully, the playing field will be evened out. But it's going to come at what cost? Who knows? It is just nuts. Can you do bedding? It looks shallow. Can you do deep bedding? It is shallow. If we did a deep litter system in here, it goes up. That goes up. If the structure goes up, the price goes up. And that's how we ended up with coops like this. So if you're looking to save money, this is an awesome chicken coop, but you won't have the luxury of the deep litter system. Now, we have 12 inches of litter bedding potential down in the bottom. I have never used a coop with 4 inches, and I'm going to see how long it lasts. So I'm actually going to put this coop outside. I was hoping to do it today, but I'm not going to get around to it. We'll do it Monday and put some chickens in it, and I'm just going to show you guys, probably in the stories and some reels, how it's doing. Love the index points for applying the metal roof. So wish I had that for my big coop. Yeah, you're right. It's something that, because the big coops, we can't have index points because it's all out of framing. That would be a nightmare. That would be a giant haunch machine. I couldn't imagine. But we threw it in. Actually, I think we're going to take it out because of the metal trim we're going to be putting around the edge of the roof. Should we have to, we won't need that. Well, like here, for example, we don't have it on the A-Cutch, but the J channel covers that up, if you guys can see that. So this is a prototype. This is the first one. I've had to kind of chip away at it little by little over the past 10 years. But again, the ACRE is what allowed us to make it a lot better. The other thing I want to show you guys, this is all pre-drilled, and I just used our proprietary Craig style screws that we use for all of our pocket hole joinery and just face screwed it. We do have a system designed that we can use Cortex screws and countersink it and plug it. But that's going to bring the price up. That's going to make a lot more labor. Plus, we're going to lose material here, which I don't want to do because we already rabbited just a little bit there. So that was like an index point. I can't show you. So that was just so easy. You can almost do it with your eyes closed. I don't mind the blue screws, I'll be honest with you. For the longest time, I used to hide the hardware all the time. And now it's like, you know what? Why hide it? This is, the original hinges did not work, so please don't pay attention to that. Again, love the windows. I got to get Nan out here and see what she thinks. The windows are so easy. You can do them one-handed. So again, closed. Then if you want to open them up all the way at 45 degrees, just like that. So simple and cost-effective. You got to let your hen house breathe. I would want it 12 inches taller so I could do deep bedding. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And we could. The price is going to go up. I'm trying to make it so that the price, because look at our Cali Coop. If I make this taller with the deep bedding, it's the Cali Coop. Looks good for the price. I appreciate that because, I don't know, I have been hung up for years wanting to build the best coop and have a price tag under $1,000. It's not going to happen. I am hoping with the $19.95, that's what my target is. That's going to hopefully include shipping. Again, I just got done doing this. You are the first to see it. None hasn't even seen it. We are shut down today. We only work 410s. So nobody's seen it except for a couple people. And it'll be interesting what they have to say when they see it. There is a way to install an automatic door. So now, the last time I went live, I was showing you guys an automatic door that I actually like a lot. They're sending us samples. I'm going to see about offering an option that you can have an automatic door put on this coop. We were trying to cut it out on the CNC so there was framing available for it. There wasn't enough room because I got, again, to get the price down, we were going to have to add another sheet, and that was going to bump the price up a lot. But we will figure out, you know, doing run extensions and free range doors. So, and that's the idea. It hopefully will be just a perfect starter coop. And the other thing too, keep in mind, because it'll never rot and you don't have to paint it, let's say you use it as a starter coop, I have to believe because ACRE it doesn't even weather. It's like invincible to the outside elements. It'll be as good as day one, and they should hopefully hold their value. So let's say it's going to be a starter coop. I'm even thinking about doing a trade-in program where I know they're going to hold their value because they're not going to rot. There's going to be zero maintenance with the actual structure. do it where people can buy it as a starter coop and have, if you want to upgrade, to a larger coop like a Carolina, do a trade-in program, something like that. So we've been talking about all kinds of different ideas. Plastic roofing would also not be durable. That is true. I don't want to do the plastic roofing, but I just wanted to share with you guys, so many things have gone through our head to try to figure out how to make it the best coop. But at the end of the day, metal reflects the heat so well that it's just a no-brainer. And, and people, you just got to be smart. I know accidents happen, but this only sticks out, I think it's about 1.5 inches. And you would literally almost have to try. Accidents can happen. I probably shouldn't say it. I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, I love the detail on the ramp and windows. Love the windows. Thank you. I do too. I am very, very happy with it. It's so weird at first to see something like this that, again, I'm doing it one-handed. But it has grown on me so fast. I absolutely love it. And I think we're going to do 2. I do think we're going to do 2 barrel bolts. We don't need to. These windows are actually very light, but we have the polycarbonate. But just to even it out, I do like things symmetrical. This window is a little bit bigger because we had more room than the window over here, but we have cross ventilation. So very important. Love the wheels idea, HW. Yeah, so, I wouldn't, that's a whole nother story about wheels. I'm not going to get into all that. You don't want to move your coop around unless it's a coop meant for broilers or meat birds. That's completely different. In order to move a coop around and not have to worry about predators and extra stress on the joinery of a coop, you have to have perfectly flat ground. What's the size? So the footprint is 4 foot by 8 foot, and it's 4 foot tall. The hen house is, I think, 3 by 4. Sorry I missed it, but is there a run access door to the side or just on the end? It's only on the end. Why? Oh, I guess, I don't know. That's just what I went with. I want to keep it standard. And it's a big door. I mean, you're pretty much, just like this, you can open up that entire area. And again, I know it's short. That's to keep the price down. But so big. So if you have to get in and out of there, 2 people, 3 people could squeeze through that opening at the same time if they had to. The cozy coop. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas for names, but you also have to think SEO. That's a huge strategy with a business that's on the internet. Cozy Coop's not bad, but you got to think about SEO, which means things that people will search. That's not bad. I can't wait to tell you guys. I have another, I haven't even been able to tell you about the big thing. We are so close to be able to finally come out with it. I have another just as big. This is unreal. Speaking of first in the nation, I can't say. What if you went deeper on the hen house and didn't have the run space below it? Great question. Thank you, Suzanne. I love where your head is at. You're right. Here's the problem. Here's the art of chicken coop building. If I went all the way down, we're going to lose run space. That is doable, but I didn't want to lose run space because I know what's going to happen. A lot of people that can only have a smaller coop or have a smaller budget, a lot of times they also can't free range, and I got to take advantage of all that run space underneath. Now, if we went down even lower and took up more space where the chickens could still get underneath and have run space, does anybody know what they're going to do? Anybody? Bueller? Anyone? If we were to lower that, let's say we lower it down another 4 inches and try to have deep litter, maybe a total of 8 inches of deep litter. And I've seen a lot of people make this mistake with their coops. What happens is the chickens go underneath there and they start laying their eggs. You don't want it so cozy underneath there that the chickens don't lay their eggs in the egg hutch. And so I didn't know about, as far as the screws, it's actually grown on me. So it's all pre-drilled on CNC machines. So they are perfectly spaced. It is very modern. That's where we started talking about. It's kind of like a futuristic coop. It's a futuristic material. It has that futuristic look, all the exposed fasteners. It's a shed roof, which when we say it's a flat roof doesn't mean it's perfectly level, but there is a pitch to it. It is a perfect little coop for bantams, and if I would even possibly say that, I mean, this can be easily modified for silkies. Easily modified for silkies. As a hospital coop, that's a good idea. Or good introducing to new chicks. Yeah, put a planter on the roof. It brings the price up. So, I mean, we've done that. We've done a green roof. You have to, it gets heavy. Water's very heavy, soil's very heavy. You got to remember, when you're building things for the world, for people to assemble, it's not that easy. If you're custom building for a one-off, absolutely. This is all about mass producing a perfect starter coop for people so that they are successful and compete with the overseas coops coming in where they are completely lying to you. So I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. I hope I didn't forget anything. I'll just go over it one more time. We got our A-Cutch here. Now, again, our A-Cutch here on the Carolina, it's just the perfect height because you never have to bend over. And it doesn't matter if you're tall, if you're a child, if you're in a wheelchair, real easy to get to the A-Cutch. This is lower. That's, you know, I don't know, maybe about 24 inches off the ground in the center. But it's still, you know, you got a drop-down door, so if you got hens in there, you won't freak them out. And it's anyone can still get to the eggs. So I thought that was very, very important. Got a metal roof on the A-Cutch, matches the roof on the coop. Again, cross ventilation. I should go get Nan. Do you guys want me to go get Nan and see what she says? She hasn't seen it yet. I can't believe it's 5:30. I might lose Wi-Fi signal. That's the only problem. Okay, good about keeping the roof, hen house floor the same, but raise the roost bar and have less headroom. From the deep litter, I just wouldn't. Okay, it doesn't work that simple. There's a domino effect. That's the art of chicken coop building. There's a domino effect of what happens. If we raise the roost bar, we lose our window space. We can't sacrifice on ventilation. Especially that it is cross ventilation, but notice we don't have ventilation on all four sides. I thought about adding another window on the front, but then you got to go in the run, open and close it. I think it's going to be good. You just don't want to pack it full of chickens. Oh, maybe they left. Did they leave me here all alone without saying goodbye? No. Okay, let's go get Nonner. Let's go get Nonner, see what she has to say. What about a tray to clean the poop? Trays suck. Trays suck for cleaning chicken poop. You guys have probably seen the pull-out tray. What happens is you end up chopping off the chicken droppings, and it turns into a nightmare. All right, I can show you guys the baby ducks, too. They have gotten huge. We got Turkish chickens. We thought they were Turkins, and they got absolute... Here's what happens when it rains. The chickens hang out on the front sidewalk. We had actually one chicken come into the back of the shop today. So there's my ladies. They're just getting out of the rain. We've been getting torrential downpours today. Hi, ladies. Yeah, and this is what happens when we walk up to our building. But since we're a chicken coop company and a chicken company, I guess it's not that bad to have chicken droppings like that. Look at our duckies. Hi, duckies. Pro tip. Sunshine.
Hi, dear.
Oh. So yeah, these Turkins are definitely got meat bird in them. I don't know what's going on with Tractor Supply this year.
Almost like turkeys.
Yeah, right? Everyone's looking good. Hey, you want to come out and see the prototype coop?
Yes.
I think you should. I gotta get some water. So Nan hasn't seen it. I didn't lose Wi-Fi. That's pretty slick.
Well, I saw your video that you sent. I just couldn't reply to it because I've been on the phone with customers all day.
I appreciate it. Yeah, Mackenzie had today off. So if you called us by chance and got voicemail, sorry.
I got back to everybody.
As you should. Good job.
Yep. Thank goodness we can now text some of our customers.
So if you're just joining us, just going over the new prototype.
Oh, we're live.
Yes, we are. What do you think we were?
I don't know. Just making videos.
Just making, no. I hate just making videos. I don't know about you guys. I mean, we all do.
What's the feeder hopper? That's, yes.
Yes, that's the feeder hopper kit that's going to be on the website soon. A lot of you guys have been like, Matt, where's the feeder hopper on your website?
I got to figure it out how to put it all together on a pallet, get it shipped out with some manuals and how to take pictures of it.
Blah, blah, blah. Sounds real easy. It's a pain in the ass. I forgot the point I was just going to make. Oh, I just prefer going live. I hate all the social media. Oh, you got to come up with the top 5. Here's the biggest mistakes of all time. Here's the hooks. I almost want to start doing social media where I'm making fun of it. I hate it.
Everybody loves hookers.
So
Well.
you can say that. I think you're allowed to say that. I'm not.
Probably not. I didn't mean it. This looks great. We're gonna put big channel on it though, right?
Thank you, Suzanne. You are so correct. Do you ship larger coops to PA? We ship giant coops all around this planet. I actually got a coop out front. It might already went out. I saw that it was crated, which means it's going overseas.
That's a great idea.
Okay, hold on. I'm missing stuff. Yes, we ship coops everywhere. Absolutely everywhere on this planet.
I love that.
You figured it out already?
This?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I know. All right, but now find the middle spot.
Find the middle spot?
Find the middle position of the window. That's all the way open. Sunshine. Don't overthink it. Oh boy.
What do you mean?
That barrel bolt has 3 functions. Well, 3 positioning functions.
Oh,
Huh? And that's slick.
very nice, very nice. I don't think that's necessary though.
It's not, but when you're selling to the world, they're going to tell you that they know everything and that you have to have it.
It has to be open or shut because it's cheap.
I know. That's the point, guys.
It's not
Cheap
it's
coop.
less expensive.
Yes. Well,
It's not cheap because it's not cheap. This is so much material and so much money in ACRE.
it doesn't look it, but there is. ACRE is stupid expensive, but here is the most affordable coop coming out of Carolina Coops. I just got to work out a couple little details, get the manual done, but I do want to do pre-orders. I'm going to force them to start selling them. I need guinea pigs. Get it out there. Let me know what you think, but you never have to paint it. It'll never rot. How about that A-Hutch? Shuts beautifully, doesn't it?
It does.
Check out the hen house.
Very nice. There's no deep litter, but it's better than like a pull-out tray.
Exactly. Better than a pull-out trays suck. I promise you guys, they suck.
You do have to bend over, but that's part of being less expensive.
Yes.
Less material.
Right. Because normally, if you're right here, you got your drop-down door, there's no bending over. I mean, you see me do it a million times, but
But this is not hard. Like if you just crouch down and you have a wheelbarrow or a bucket, you can just use like a small dustpan and just,
yeah,
I mean, and really you shouldn't have to take out a lot.
you really don't. This is only, I'm going to recommend 4 chickens, maybe 6. We're going to let them free range, but I can't wait to see what kind of diaper, how effective the diaper is going to be in there.
I feel like we're still going to be able to let it go for a while.
I really do too. I wanted to make it sound like you're going to have to clean it once a week. I bet you we can go a month without having to clean it.
I would say that. I would say that that would be reasonable.
We put 8 chickens in there, different story.
And then you wouldn't have to do like a full clean out either. You would just take out maybe like half.
Oh, now you're getting technical.
Well, because you don't want to start the deep litter-ish all over again.
That's true.
And in order to keep the smell down, you want to keep some of the used litter, the dirty litter, in here. Take maybe half of it out, and then just add fresh hemp.
Yes. I might try healthy straw in this one.
Maybe a quarter.
So we do have to figure out the metal edging. I was telling everyone that we're considering plastic, but it'll cook inside there.
Also, it'll look like crap.
It will, and it doesn't hold up. It doesn't last.
Right.
So I love, love, love the function of these windows. I have been so...
This is a little bit extra.
I know, but extra's good.
Open or shut? It's the least expensive coop to get
But
out
no,
the door
but
to
not
finish it.
according to all the chicken police out
But
there.
now we're gonna have to pay somebody
To drill that hole. I know.
2 holes.
I know. What do you guys think? You know what? Fair. Is this hole even necessary? Because yeah, that costs money. I know it doesn't seem like it is that big of a deal. I promise you, in the world of mass production and processes,
Not even that, but it's labor.
and there's room for error. This is all about coming right off the CNC.
What's this?
What's what? The skidster?
Yeah.
What about it?
Why is there a hole in the window?
Well, that's a whole nother story. That's just what happens around here. Hole not needed. Yeah, let me know. Do you guys, do you feel me then? Because trust me, I don't want to put that hole in there. I just thought it was badass.
And then how many people are going to screw it up?
I know. Or they're going to think that the window, I mean,
I don't like it.
so no hole? What do you guys think? Closed or 45 degree? Let me know what you guys think. The hole will make it more adaptable. Keep it. All right. See, someone says keep it. Someone says not needed. You could always tell people they can put their own hole in the window if they. Oh God! Again, I see you guys are. Except for the trolls, but the rest of you guys, the super fans here and the people that are always here, you guys are normal and you get that. When you sell to the world, you would not believe the phone calls we get, the questions we get, the things that people do. And me just being me, I'm trying to make it so it's perfect for everyone, no matter what their skill level is, no matter what their thought process is. But anyways, Fishing Matt Ryan, what's going on, buddy? I know you're too tall, but it's a cheap coop.
It's not terrible.
Non's in there. It isn't, I know.
It's not.
And again, this entire thing is screwed together, and you can unscrew it. Also, because it'll never rot in weather, the trade-in value on these could be huge. I'm thinking for all the people that are like, you know what, I'm not really ready to pull a trigger on a, there's actually a Cali Coop sitting right there.
If I can fold myself up in there, most people can.
I don't know. I can't wait to get it out there and see what happens. I can't wait to get this up online and see. Well, I guess it's online now. You guys got to let me know what you think.
Are there going to be run extensions?
Yes, because I know people are going to call and ask for them, and I already have that in my head.
Free range, and this is not enough room.
I know.
Chickens live without free range.
So KLM, that's exactly it. If they drill it, they will screw it up. I promise you. And next thing you know, they somehow try to blame us for it. So it's a city coop. So that's actually really good. Yes, Nan made that suggestion using a couple other names, but we can't say that. But the city coop, it's very futuristic. You got futuristic materials, has a futuristic look. I really feel this is going to be very popular in the city, small little areas, but people can still have chickens, have chicken coops. How many chickens? Sorry, in capital letters. Sorry, 4. Maybe 6. Well, 8 if you put a second roost bar in. Okay, just do 12. I'm kidding. We got a 4-foot roost bar. You do have room to add a second, but you're definitely going to have to let them free range. And you're going to be cleaning out the hen house more. I really want to see what happens with 4 chickens and see how long the diaper is going to last. Just absolutely gorgeous. This is, again, the floor, everything. Everything's ACRE except for that. The only thing that is real wood is the roost bar. Everything is screwed together. We got the index points for the metal roofing.
You don't need a staple gun to put your hardware cloth on?
No, it's all screwed on.
That's expensive.
Oh my gosh. You got to make it so that people want to buy it. No,
I
not.
understand, but this is my job to see how expensive things are.
So you can upgrade to the rope wrap roost bars. I was thinking about making the rope wrap roost bars standard in here, but we got to get the price down. And you can always accessorize. We'll have the, whatever we're going to call this coop, rope wrap roost bars that you can add to it.
The City Mini.
So thank you, Fish and Matt Ryan. It's 4x8x4. Yes. So Texan, how you doing? It's 4x8x4. Yes. So it'll be shipped out on a 4x8 pallet. Be extremely flat stacked. Will be flat stackable, and that's going to help keep shipping down. And it's actually for us old folks. If you guys remember the old plastic model cars and whatnot, where you snap the parts out. I'm thinking that's what we're going to do here. Everything's going to be tabbed. And it's going to roll right off the CNC machine, right onto a pallet, and we're done. If we can keep labor down, we pass that savings on to you guys. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Carolina Coops, live Friday afternoon. Just finished the prototype, and I wanted to share it with everyone, see what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Don't hold back. You guys are all being nice right now, which I appreciate it. Where's my YouTube chicken police? There's got to be something. What are the YouTube chicken police going to say about it? It's sturdy. It's like an airplane wing. Not bad, huh? That's pretty damn good. Yeah, I was shocked. Very, very sturdy. It is lightweight, but don't let that scare you. It's not so light it's going to blow away, I can tell you that. Yeah. I guess Non's perfect quarantine coop too. Yeah, the quarantine coop. Can I make a joke? What I was gonna call is that I'll lose half the people in here. It's definitely grown on me because I do not like modern. I don't like everything on one flat surface, but there's a lot of people that do.
Did you get a good inside shot? Show everybody the
Oh, yeah.
Because it looks great on the
Well,
inside.
yeah, check out the ladder. Oh, I know. It's just a beautiful piece of furniture. I mean, look how beautiful it is underneath here. All the screen is screwed on. And again, even the ramp is so easy to put together because this is all pre-drilled. And you screw your cleats through the ramp. The ramp, then the screws go into the, I'm just going to call it like a stringer. Then there's a groove underneath here. So that's also an index point. So simple. I think Silkies can use this. We should just call this the Silky Coop. No?
No, because then you'll have people saying, I have Silkies, I have to have this coop, I can't get one of your bigger coops. But they can, because Silkies should be able to do chicken things.
No, but they can't because they're not, they shouldn't even be called chickens.
They're like yard penguins.
All right, so let me know what you guys think. Let me know your questions. It's actually a great quarantine coop. That is a very good point. It's a great starter coop.
Brooder coop.
Coop.
You can put the babies in there. I have some babies that we can put in there.
Not a coop for me, but for someone with limited space, this
Yeah.
would be great. Yes,
It's
that's
not
the
for
point.
everybody.
We already have proven over the years we got the world's best coops. They're big, they're beautiful. You can trust them. They're safe. They're so easy. The deep litter system, we got that. And I've always wanted to offer a product for the people that it's not in their budget for our normal Carolina coops. And it's just because it's,
Or maybe they don't have the space. Or maybe they
that's where the Cali comes in.
Right.
But the Cali is what, 4,700 now shipped?
I believe so.
That's just insane.
It's a lot of material. And it's
No,
still
I
good.
get it, but as I put myself in the shoes of a consumer when they
Right.
don't understand how expensive it is to be an American business, we pay our guys well and girls. We are a legitimate business. I mean, it's not cheap, but we've done it and we offer a high quality product. And we're so thankful for all the people that have supported us over the years that allows us to take a chance on making a more affordable coop, especially if the playing field is leveled out. You feel me? Definitely market it as good for Silkies. So I was going to call it the Cheap Coop, but apparently that is not a good name. We actually own cheapcoops.com, and I bought that years ago, anticipating this very moment right now.
I think the City Mini.
The City Mini.
Or just the City Coop.
We got to look up the SEO. If people are searching perfect chicken coop for the city.
Yeah, chicken coops in the city. I would
The-
think that would be some good SEO there.
The Chicken Little Coop, no hole. Thank you. Oh, yeah. So in case you guys are just joining us, hole or no hole?
No hole.
No hole. So here's the window closed. All right.
Closed. Open.
Just like that.
Is halfway needed?
No, not for the chickens, not for anything but to make the chicken police happy.
But why? Why do the chicken police need a hole here?
Because that makes them feel better. I actually like it. I'm not going to lie
Is
to
this
you.
too cold? Is this too windy? Because if it is, this is not going to make a difference.
I know that, but it looks cool. And it makes people
Super
happy.
windy.
My son. Hi, son. You ready to go home? Working man. He's been packing hemp all day.
That's right.
The City Coop. A lot of people are saying City Coop.
I like the City
Not
Coop.
the City Mini. Country people will be offended.
I agree.
Oh, it's the Patriot Chicken Coop. God, can I say what I was going to call it?
Probably not.
I'll get in a lot of trouble. If you're just joining us, just showing you guys my next attempt, my third attempt at the cheap coop, the Playhouse Coop. If there's one thing I've learned over the years, there's no such thing as a cheap coop, but this is our attempt to get you guys a coop, especially if you're just starting out, especially if your budget, I got to stay under $2,000. If we don't stay under $2,000, it's just not worth it. I'm hoping we're going to be at about $19.95, including shipping, but we got to start working out all those prices, especially now that we finally finished it. There is a lot of hardware to this, and it is all out of ACRE, which is So expensive, but it will last forever. This is a coupe that you never have to paint, stain, never have to finish it. The trade-in value is going to be incredible. If you do want to say, you know what, Matt, I want to get into chickens, but I'm not sure, get one of these coupes, and then when you fall in love with chickens, you find out how easy it is, especially with the right coupe. You trade it in and you upgrade to like a Carolina, but there is no deep litter. So we're going to see how long that's going to last, how long the diaper's going to last.
Keep it for your brooder.
Yeah, this is a good brooder coop.
It really is. We're gonna try it out outside because these chickens are not real.
Lance Jace's non is right. Noob coop. People won't know what they are missing if you don't put the hole in it. They'll be fine. That's a good point, Suzanne Smith.
It's either open or shut.
And I guess and I don't want to add labor. Once we add labor, price goes up.
If it's open halfway, and somebody doesn't know that, and they just go.
Yes, I know. I know. You're right. What do you think, Mike? What do you think of the family-owned business? I'm done. The Silky Shack. So do you guys love the windows? Because this has been the most complicated, believe it or not, part about this. And now when you look at it, like, well, what's so complicated about it, Matt? When you have so many different ideas, and I tried what are called static hinges. I'll show you guys. These hinges right here, they're called static hinges, where you can adjust the tension. And that's why that was cut out the way it was. It was way too much tension, and they just were not working right, where you can open and close them at any angle you want. So so we can figure out the numbers Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Can we start taking pre-orders?
Where? How? I'm leaving, and it's not on the website.
Shit, I can sell anything without a website. I can sell right now.
Send me a text.
I wish we could have a competition.
You can send us a text, and I will, as soon as we have pricing next week, I will respond to everybody's text messages or email.
What I'm thinking about doing is doing a run of 20. Now, we have not tested this. I want to be clear. This is where it all starts. But I feel really, really good about it. I have tested ACRE.
Put J channel on it.
This is the area that does concern me, is, we do have to be careful. It's not sharp. There are no burrs, but if you slam and slide your hand on it really hard to your head, yes, you are going to get cut. No different than if you got a steak knife and you're in the kitchen.
Right.
So I've worked with so many different dips and plastic edging. They just don't stay on. The solution is always...
Avoids the warranty also of the roofing.
What avoids the warranty?
If you put a dip or that trim on it.
You're kidding me.
No, it avoids the warranty because it holds water on it.
So I think we're going to go with the J channel. But if we put the J channel on, it acts like a gutter. But this might be too much roof for that. That's my only concern.
It's gonna spill over, but at least
It can back in.
people won't get hurt on it as much.
The 6-pack coupe? I don't get that one. The brooder coupe. So what do you guys think? Let me know. We got to come up with a name. Do you think it's worth a coupe $19.95 shipped? That has materials that are not only, here's the other thing I keep forgetting to mention. Not only is ACRE going to last forever, it's a green material. It is made from upcycled materials. I forgot that part. That is so nice to know where we're actually, that's why it's called ACRE. We are saving acres and acres of trees by using ACRE. What's the Meta Coop? Meta Coop? Reverse J channel. So what happens is, reverse like this, then it really dams up. If that's what you mean. Versus what we've been doing, just like on our egg hutches, is slide this in and then leave it out a little bit and acts as a gutter. It works beautifully on the egg hutches, which is what we have right here. Now, I know some people are like, well, I get a bunch of leaves trapped in there. Well, then take it off. I don't know what to tell you. But I love it. I absolutely love this J channel. I wish I would have done it a long time ago. No on top. He's referring to the Miata. Mazda Miata. Sorry, the Miata Coupe. I don't know if I can use that word.
No.
I like you guys are thinking about all this.
I like the City Coop or the Brooder Coop.
Definitely great price, but it needs rainwater collection channel on it. Oh, so here we go. I worked so hard.
Put your gutter on here. You just won't be able to open up this window unless you get a super low profile gutter.
The price is going to go through the roof.
Well, we don't have to do that. Customers can do that very easily.
They don't want to do anything. They want it. Click, buy, shipped,
Well, we're not going to
assemble,
do turnkeys on
satisfied.
This.
That's
No. It can be that, but if you want to collect water on it, you can collect water on it because it's a metal roof. You're going to have a nice clean catch.
Do we have a gutter? We must have gutters around here.
I'm sure we do.
Oh, God. Oh, man. No, this is good. This is what I love about business, coming up with ideas, trying to solve them. There is no such thing as a cheap coop, and making it so that your animals are going to be safe and healthy and easy for you and still look good. I can't wait to see this painted. ACRE it paints so well. So here's some siding on a Cali coop, and this has been sitting here for a little bit because they're waiting for me to put it together, but it's perfect. There's no knots, there's no imperfections, there's no delamination. Here's another example right here. All ACRE, just absolutely beautiful. Egg hutch with a pantry. So you got the egg hutch, drops down. When's this coop going? I think this one got delayed for some reason. Or don't paint it at all. Offer it as a kit option. The whole thing's gonna be a kit. No, great question, Fish and Matt Ryan. No, nothing's gonna come installed. It is literally, the CNC is going to do most of the work. It's going to go on a pallet. It's the cost of the material. That is why the price is where it's at. If we did it out of plywood, which I do want to try, it's actually going to bring the price down a lot. But plywood is going to delaminate, and I can't. Does it still work?
Yeah, sure does.
That's not bad. Well, sons of...
Son of a gun. See? And this is just a regular white vinyl gutter that you get at Lowe's or Home Depot.
That's not bad.
It really isn't.
Oh my gosh. Why do you do this to me?
What?
That we could have a mini barrel. You can just use a regular rain barrel. We were going to leave parts of ACRE in it to screw the water bar in, or we're going to do the baby bars, but there's really nowhere. There wasn't room left in the field of the nesting on the CNC machine.
If we do a baby bar, we should be able to use washers and just put it right through the hardware cloth.
That's so smart. You're right. What kind of washers?
Fender washers?
See that? Uh-huh.
Big fat ones.
Do you guys know what fender washers are?
Big fat washers.
Looks great. Add the gutter. I'm telling you, I don't know. We work so hard, but yeah, at the end of the day, you know what? It's not always that people are looking for a cheap coop. It's an incredible value, right, guys? I mean, who doesn't love a good value? And that is what we're trying to do here. Oh, I'm sure we got one around here somewhere. Here we go. You could run the downspout into the run water container. Gutter is $10. Yeah, I know, it's not expensive. In this case, this is going to be cheap. Now, we got to stock it. We got to make sure it's cut to the right length. We got to add all the accessories that go on it. You got to have your T downspout. You got to have your end caps. You got to make sure there's room on the pallet. We got to make sure it doesn't get crushed. So there is so much more when it comes to when we add things. But that's the beauty of it, is trying to make it so that even in the design, you're thinking about packaging. And I love when people accessorize their own coops. But here's what happens. People say it to us all the time. I don't want to have to go do anything. Please just make sure it's all there. And then our price goes up. And standardization keeps the price down. If we start offering options, price goes up. One of the things I have learned, especially in the past year, when we standardized the American Coop and the Carolina Coop, that every coop comes with a Dutch door, every coop comes with a rope wrap roost bar, no more options. It actually brought the price down. What?
our regular rain barrel.
That's
I
how,
think it's too
can I
tall.
say it? That's how women always measure. Where, we don't have a rain barrel? Oh, they're all up on the shelf, aren't
Right.
they?
Plus, you have to have the base underneath it, so you.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's about this tall.
You have to have the base. So we get a mini barrel.
Right.
Do they even make such a thing?
Yeah.
Which part's badass? Then add the optional gravity feed water. People pay extra for it. Yeah, no, you're right. The simple stuff can absolutely be added. A regular gravity water, but the gutter, it is nice to capture rainwater. Use that for the chickens, but now also the gutter protects this lower edge. Protects you from the lower edge of the metal. But not bad for the first prototype, if I may say. I remember our very first prototype? There's a picture of it still on our wall in my office. Very first coupe that we sold for $200.
I'm pretty sure that paid the water bill.
17 years ago. I think that bought Mikey diapers.
That too.
Mikey was just born. The gutter is a must.
Mmm.
I think you guys are just messing with me now.
Added accessories.
Can't you just use the J channel and solve two problems at once? Yes, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just add the J channel, which means we lose our rib guards. I was so happy about the rib guards that were cut on the CNC machine. That way when you put your roof down, it was so easy. You just drop it onto the ribs, and it was an index point. If we put J channel in there, we got to get rid of our rib guards, which is no big deal. And actually, that'll speed up runtime, which could technically bring the price down. No gutter. I wouldn't want the gutter. No. Is this my marketing research? I appreciate it, guys. So any other questions, let me know. You're just joining us. This is my third attempt at a cheap coupe, the Playhouse Coop. And I'm not going to call it the Playhouse Coop. I wanted to, but it's gotten shot down a lot. There's no deep litter system, and it's not tall enough for most people to walk into the run without hitting their head. But everything else is wonderful. It'll never rot. You never have to paint it. You can, though, if you want. And lots of room in here. I'm only going to recommend 4 chickens. I'm not going to act like the people in China where they'll tell you a coop of this size, you can put 10, 12 chickens in there. That's an outright lie. Oh, and we will offer it standard in black and Galvalume. And, of course, we can do what we do with our other coops. They can special order roofing colors, right, Sunshine?
Of course. We would love to. It's going to take longer and it's going to cost more, but you absolutely can.
No, gutters, you're exactly right. Gutters definitely keep it drier around the run. They minimize the splashback so the coop doesn't get dirty. Gutters are great. I get it. Maybe just know. Maybe this is what we do. Just know there's room to put a gutter on it if you want. Go get your own gutter.
Yes.
They sell them every day at Home Depot and Lowe's.
And they're pretty and white, just like this.
You're right. And all they do is, catch the leaves. They put the organics down inside the rain barrel. Next thing you know, you don't clean it out in the fall time like I tell you to. And then it freezes and the pump can't circulate because there's the hose bib on the inside of the rain barrel is clogged. Yeah, gutters are bad.
Put the leaf guard on.
And we are trying to think about it. I know.
We have to
People have an
for
option.
everybody.
People have an option.
It's the option. And you know what? The simple fact that it fits is great.
Yeah, I did not intend that, to be honest with you.
It fits and you can still open up the
It
window.
looks so freaking cool. I have a feeling that other custom coupe that we're doing that is extremely unique might end up being very similar. Am I allowed to talk about that or no? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
No.
Not the second big thing, but maybe the third one that is no one's going to see coming. Am I allowed to talk about that?
No, I don't think so.
Why do you guys?
And I'm gonna
So
muskrat it.
the one that has to do with Spain and then will be here in July.
Oh!
Can I talk about that or no?
No, I don't think so.
Oh God, I'm gonna unload so much stuff on you guys. No, we'll release it slowly. We have another job coming out that, oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Cedar in here somewhere?
Huh? All right.
Smell cedar.
Yes, talk away. I will. I tell you, once I'm allowed, oh my God, I can't wait to tell you about a repeat customer. Love our repeat customers. This is a guy that we just had a meeting with him. He's got an incredible idea for us to do that has never been done before. And I asked him, I said, how's your coop going, over at the farm? He goes, oh my gosh, Matt, I love it. It doesn't smell. It's so easy. It's just, I was like, I wish I would record these conversations, because if you guys are on the fence and you're not a believer in a deep litter system, I promise you, how many customers do I have here right now that use the deep litter system? They can tell you it works. Just don't overload the diaper. Why do coops have 2 doors? Because it has to be, yeah. I've heard that one before. Walk away and whisper, we won't tell. I want a bag of hemp bedding. You choose my idea. I want a bag of hemp bedding. If you choose my idea, what was your idea? The Bantam Coop, the Batman Coop, the Bantam Coop. But then people are going to say, oh, you can only put Bantams in there? Yeah.
Cannot be so specific.
We can't. Oh, you would not believe. We are going to start recording the phone calls for quality assurance and training purposes. You will not believe the phone calls we get. 17-gallon rain barrel. I'm on my way to work for you. The Nugget Coop. Oh, the Nugget Coop.
That's funny.
It is. It's not bad, but it's got to be SEO friendly. All right, guys. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week. Later.